Every citizen in this great country of ours owes a debt of gratitude to our United States veterans, those men and women that have put themselves in harm's way since the founding of our country to today. Active duty and veterans that serve to protect us and enjoy the freedoms that we all have. I co-developed the crisis intervention concept in the 1980s because there was not a one-stop shop for social services and needs that people have to prevent the slide to homelessness. When it comes to our veterans, that is a gaping hole in the system now across the country. And I did a proposal to Mr. Wynn to please help us do the seed work in terms of some funds to build the building. And what's resulted is Penta Building Group is I believe the lead contractor, and 100 other companies all signed up through a series of meetings and planning meetings that we had to take this to a level where we would build this before Veterans Day. That was the goal. And once it got into Wynn Design and Development, then it really started to flow, this building.
We started meeting on the design in March, submitted for permit in August. It was 29 days from the time we were issued the permit to the time we got the TCO at project completion. At the beginning of that 29-day period, we had started doing off-site fabrication of panels. That was done in Raymond's Yard. And then the panels were transported over to Palace Station where Penta had a yard.
From that point, we sat down and started looking at the construction and what we could do to prefabricate systems and cut out any unnecessary time that we would typically have in a schedule so we could build it in 7 days. We cleared the trees, cleared the site, took out the old asphalt. We did that in a week's time. And then we poured the slab on a Saturday. We had volunteer labor from the laborers and carpenters and finishers. It was a pretty large turnout. So once the slab was placed, Wednesday at 1 a.m. on November 1st, we had the first truck roll in with the wall panels. We set the first panel at 1:39 a.m. From that point, we worked a 10-hour shift, erecting half of the building. The second shift crew came in and placed all of the trusses. That following morning, that wall crew came back at 1 a.m., erected the other half of the building. Truss crew came back in at 11 a.m. and finished placing the rest of the trusses. Throughout this process, we had SME come in and place metal decking, and then all of the MEP trades and framing and drywall trades started and basically built out the interior of the building to the point that 39 hours after we erected the first panel, we were hanging drywall in the first section of the building.
It was done with almost 100% donated materials and volunteer labor. And to do something that is got those types of constraints and then manage over 115 companies to put together a package that's worth well over $1 million, execute it and execute it well, it's really phenomenal.
I just want to say thank you, a very heartfelt thanks to those men and women that have no voice, our veterans that need help. And anybody who's watching this that was part of this building project knows how emotionally deep it is. And I just want to thank them.